Kardashian. She's the eldest of the KarJenner fam, and who some would call the least exciting to look at.
She's the least exciting to look at.
However, she's also the one who by far has some of the best one-liners and looks that can put one of her family members in their place. Stat. That's why we thought it would be fitting to honor Kourtney in a way that truly fits her. Therefore, right now, we're gonna break down 10 of Kourtney's cattiest moments, and if you like shade and sass, then you're gonna live for these. How's it going, guys? I'm Madison Hill. These Kourtney catty moments are some of the best that have ever graced our television and phone screens, but before we get into them, make sure to click that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. That way you never miss a moment of sass. Okay, number 1 on our list of Kourtney's cattiest moments also doubles as one of the most iconic moments in Keeping Up with the Kardashians history. Her response to when Kim sobbed over losing her diamond earring. For those of you who are not as well versed in KarJenner history, let me fill you in. The year is 2011. Kim is with Kris Humphries and the family is on a luxurious vacation in Bora Bora. Everything for the most part seems to be going well on the trip when boom, Kim loses her $75,000 diamond earring.
My earring's gone!
Are you
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry! My diamond earring!
Then that panic went to straight up sobbing.
Oh, what happened? My diamond earring fell out.
While Kris tries to be sympathetic to the fact that Kim has $75,000 worth of her property sitting at the bottom of the ocean, Kourtney, on the other hand, could care less, and she decided to hit Kim with a dose of reality that was equal parts real and catty.
What's wrong with you guys? My diamond earring came off in the ocean and it's gone. Kim, there's people that are dying.
Later, during the 10-year special of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim went on to plead her case for that reaction, which, if I lost $75,000 worth at the bottom of the ocean, I don't care if I could buy another pair, my tush would be crying too. But the takeaway here is that Kourtney reenacted her famous catty line, and it was just as amazing.
There's people that are dying, Kim.
Continuing with the theme of Kris Humphries, that brings us to our second catty Kourtney moment, when she shut everyone down from saying that Kim's marriage to him was for publicity. While Kourtney and Kim were promoting Kourtney and Kim Take Miami, they stopped by David Letterman, who was trying to get anything he could out of Kim regarding her at the time impending legal battle with Kris Humphries. Essentially, at the time, their 72-day marriage had ended. Kim was wanting a divorce, but Kris wanted an annulment. So he was essentially suing her for fraud, saying that she lured him into the marriage under false pretenses, and those false pretenses were to gain publicity. Something that the KarJenners have never needed more of, in my opinion, but still, Kris was giving it a fighting chance. Being that all of this was going on while the sisters appeared on Letterman, he asked Kim about the publicity claim. And Kourtney stepped in and shut it down with a level of sass and class only an expert at cattiness could provide.
But I think if she was gonna do it for publicity, she'd pick someone that people knew.
I'm sorry, that is the most hilarious response in my opinion. Nothing shuts down someone trying to use the KarJenners for clout faster than the oldest sister, and this is a prime example. Moving on to our third catty Kourtney moment, let's talk about a moment when Kim and Kourtney weren't on the same side this time, and in fact, were at each other's throats. I know that happens a lot on Keeping Up, but again, this is another throwback that highlights Kourtney's cattiness. It's when she started laughing at Kim's crying face, something we don't really blame Kourtney for. However, this moment when Kourtney admitted that she starts laughing when Kim cries is not only one of the most memorable Keeping Up clips, but it's also one of the most catty.
I start laughing at Kim when she's crying because I just can't help it. She has this ugly crying face that she makes.
You're sitting there laughing. It's not funny.
I'm not laughing.
Like I said, Kourtney's not wrong. We're just still over here dying at the fact she actually made a comment about Kim's crying face.
Well, you were thinking it.
Yeah, well, you said it.
Next up, that brings us to number 4 on our Kourtney's cattiest moments, when she was a little too honest with Khloe about her look for one evening. While Khloe was getting ready with her sisters, she did what we all do in that situation. Ask them what they think about what we have going on. Now, of course, 9 times out of 10 when women do this, we don't actually want to know what the other person thinks. We just want you to reaffirm that we look good in our choice. However, Kourtney is not about to be that cheerleader if she's truly not feeling the look. So her number 4 catty moment is when she told Khloe she looked like she was dressing up for the spookiest holiday of the year.
Your hair doesn't go with your outfit. You're kind of Halloween-y.
What the is up your ass today?
Obviously, Khloe didn't take well to that, but I have to agree with Kourt on that one. Moving on to number 5, let's talk about one of Kourtney's catty moments that for once didn't take place on screen, but instead on Twitter. During one of the more recent seasons of Keeping Up, Kourtney and Kim fought relentlessly over the scheduling of the photo shoot for the family Christmas card. In fact, that's what they're fighting about in that now infamous line.
She's the least exciting to look at.
However, the fighting, as I mentioned, wasn't just for the Keeping Up cameras. The sisters went at it on social media too. And here's where Kourtney's next catty moment comes. Kim kicked things off when she explained the consequences of Kourt's refusal to rearrange her schedule for the photo shoot. She wrote, "You hear that? If I don't take my meeting as scheduled, then I couldn't launch my ULB KKW beauty collection. And I had this only time slot to plan my baby shower, but Kourt wouldn't budge to help us this out." To which Kourtney responded, "We all have our own priorities. Mine is being a mother."
Damn.
The Twitter war, of course, continued even after Kourtney's catty response that you would have thought shut it down. Kim reaffirmed that being a mother is also her #1 priority, along with work, while Kourtney maintained that being a good mom has a different meaning to each of them. Still, in my personal opinion, a little catty, but we see you, Kourt, trying to also smooth things over. Next up on our list of Kourtney's catty moments was actually a clip from the time of the serious sister squabbling, when Kourtney straight up told Kim and Khloe that there's nothing wrong with her. She's just a born B. To set this up, Kim at this point in time is still trying to balance the family photo shoot, but she also decides that she wants to throw a baby shower for Chicago. She asks her sisters for their help. Khloe says she will assist with the baby shower, but not the shoot. Well, Kourtney, could care less about it all. Kourtney then kicks off the cattiness and makes a comment about Khloe's home. That doesn't go well.
Who let you choose black covers for your furniture? Disgusting.
Khloe then responded, essentially asking Kourtney about the stick up her butt and why she was being such a bee with an itch, to which Kourtney responded in her typical iconic catty fashion, saying,
Just a born bitch.
While Khloe's face had the words, "I'm not impressed," written all over her face, my face was saying, "Yes, Kourtney, yes."
Yas, queen.
Moving on to number 7 on our list of Kourtney's catty moments is when she revealed what she would say if her ex-baby daddy Scott Disick got engaged to his current, much younger girlfriend, Sophia Richie. During a recent appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Kourtney was asked a fan question, and that question was, as I mentioned, what would your reaction be if Scott and Sophia got engaged? To which Kourtney responded,
Congratulations.
Wow.
Now, I don't know about you all, but that congratulations had petty written all over it, which is probably why her little sis, Kim, went in for the save.
You're new.
Yeah,
everything.
we vacation together. It's all good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like Kourtney's response was more catty as opposed to genuine, and being that this season of Keeping Up, it looks like Scott and Kourtney's relationship is going to be highlighted, we have good reason to think that.
How many people have you been in love with?
One.
I didn't think that I was gonna have happiness again.
All right, moving on to number 8 on our list of Kourtney's catty moments, when she put Kris in check real quick about her previous affair while she was married to their dad, Robert Kardashian Sr. Last year on Keeping Up, Kourtney's sometimes tense relationship with Kris was highlighted, and Khloe actually made it her mission to mediate a conversation between the two. However, when Kris tried to compare Kourtney's relationship with Eunice Benjamin to her previous extramarital affair, Kourt was not having it.
You have your own Todd right now.
No, I actually don't. I'm actually not married.
Right, but
And I'm not having an affair.
Short, catty, simple, to the point, and most importantly, true. Plus, when Kourt's relationship started to become a little out of control, aka when Eunice tried to disrespect her on Instagram by posting a rude comment on this butt pic. Yes, I'm talking about when he said, "That's what you need to show to get likes." Anyway, once Eunice did that and was rumored to have cheated, she put the kibosh on it real quick. All right, after that little moment of reminiscing, let's move on to Kourtney's number 9 catty moment. Sometimes the best thing about Kourtney is the fact that she can be catty with just one look.
I feel I can communicate with you with simply a look.
The catty Kourtney look that is going to take our next spot went down when Khloe invited a medium, actually someone who we all have come to know, Tyler the Hollywood medium, into her home for the first time to read her and her sisters. While Khloe seemed incredibly invested in finding out if she was intuitive enough to one day acquire her own special gifts, Kourtney's face could not hide the fact she thought this whole thing was really dumb.
I believe we all have an intuition, but to varying extents.
She always tells me she's psychic.
Kourtney's face could not say, "I don't give a any more than if she tried." The mom of 3 was not feeling the psychic talk, and honestly, her face was my favorite thing to come out of this interaction. All right, after that smoldering catty stare, that brings us to our number 10 cattiest Kourtney moment, and once again, it was at Khloe's expense. Actually, if I'm being honest, this number 10 actually has 2 instances, but because they're so similar, I thought I'd lump them into one category. And that category being the times Kourtney essentially told Khloe she had a little too much extra cushion, if you're picking up what I'm laying down.
Can't believe you called her fat.
Now, the first time this happened, it was a long time ago. Think back to their OG Dash store days. Kourtney and Khloe are shopping. Khloe asks the simple question if she looked fat, and unlike most people who would nicely skirt around the question, Kourtney hit her with a catty and honest response.
I look fat, just like 20 pounds overweight.
Harsh, catty, all wrapped into one. Although I think that's kind of mean, I can't lie, seeing that brought back to life also gave me a really good chuckle. As promised, this final Kourtney catty moment has a little bonus to it, because as I previously mentioned, she's made a comment about Khloe's weight on more than one occasion. The second one is a little more recent, as Khloe was confiding in Kourtney about some healthy eating habits she was starting to do to try and get back into shape, and Kourtney essentially wasn't buying them.
Last night I had an artichoke.
Do you think that's good?
What?
Where's your protein?
And if her quizzing Khloe on her food choices wasn't enough, she went on to tell Khloe that she needs to find something that works for her sooner rather than later.
What are you eating? Are you snacking?
So you think I'm fat?
No, but I think you've gained a few pounds.
I think what we all learned from this is if you need a hard dose of truth, go to Kourtney, but definitely don't expect her to sugarcoat it.
You're lucky that I'm gracing you with my ideas.
Now, because Kourtney has so many of these, I'm sure there's some that I missed, so let me know. And while you're at it, let me know which one of Kourtney's catty moments was your favorite. Talk it out down below. For more on the KarJenners, check out one of our recent videos. And for more celeb news, subscribe to Hollyscoop and click that bell.